Hi Dean, my name's Brody, I'm the HR manager.
Hey Brody, how are you?
Good, thanks, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good, take a seat.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming to this meeting this morning and thank you for your application for the role of Human Resource Officer. Did you have a good weekend?
I did you?
Yeah, I did, thank you. What did you get up to?
Not too much. We got a little puppy actually.
Oh, what breed did you get?
Golden Retriever.
Oh, beautiful, I got one of them.
Oh really? They're great dogs, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, she's funny.
Okay, so the purpose of having you here this morning is for your application of which you have applied for the current position as the Human Resource Officer. So what I'm going to do is I'll explain to you a little bit about the process that will occur this morning. So first I'll explain to you a bit about the position and then we'll go on to some formal questions which will elaborate from the application, which should roughly take between 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So in this role, I'll just read out some of the responsibilities and duties that you will be responsible for.
Yeah.
So you will coordinate the administration of the recruitment and selection process, working in conjunction with the human resource coordinator in all facets of their recruitment and selection process. You'll administer and coordinate the council's induction program. You will facilitate new employee information and maintenance in the payroll unit. You'll provide advice of the interpretation of the HR policy procedures and guidelines and employee relations issues to staff and management. You'll work in conjunction with the HR coordinator, develop and maintain a centralised position description database for all OTE and City Council positions. You will maintain the HR databases. You'll also coordinate and maintain the HR personnel filing system. You'll assist the HR coordinator with administration of the HR systems and processes that are required. And you'll develop and maintain a sound working knowledge of the Council's Human Resources Information System, which is the HR MIS. Okay, so we'll go on to some questions.
Sounds very similar to my current role.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so tell us a bit about your experience and how you'll be suitable for this role.
I've had a bit of experience in the HR department, and in my current role, which is in a small organisation, I look after the HRIS system. I ring people coming for interviews, I enter data into the HRIS system, I organise and run the inductions for new employees, as well. As we are a small organisation, I generally touch on most things in the HR department.
And how long have you been working in this role?
Probably about two years now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. And are you enjoying it?
I am. Yeah, it's great. Good work. I really love it. Yeah.
So as things are always changing, how have you kept up to date with HR policy, procedures, and regulations?
I regularly check sites for any updated standards, and I have made it a habit to check these sites regularly. I've also joined up with groups and newsletters that are associated with the industry, as they send me emails informing me of any changes in the industry. I've also attended a few conferences and seminars over the past couple of years.
And how did you enjoy the conferences?
Yeah, they were great. Always enjoy attending conferences. I end up bringing more out of them, learning more and more about the industry, meeting people all over the place in the same industry, and it's just a good environment. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so can you recall a specific time you had to deal with an aggressive employee, and how did you handle this situation?
So I had an employee that had an indiscrepancy on their timesheet, and it was purely just a mistake with the system. But they were pretty irate about it. They weren't happy, which was understandable, and she paid. So they were pretty agitated and a little bit on the aggressive side. So I just asked them just to explain to me what was the issue. They had the pay slip there. They showed me. I didn't try to talk over them. I just let them talk. Let them explain it to me. Had a good look at it and said, "Yep, I can see the problem. Identified the problem. I agree. Understand that you're upset." And try to reassure them. I did also say that I'd look into it straight away as a matter of priority, and that seemed to calm them right down. They were really calmed down back to a neutral state, and it was a pretty good outcome. Yeah.
Sounds good. And also, what software have you had experience with?
I I've had experience with pretty well all the Microsoft programs, programs such as Excel, Outlook, Publisher and Word. The company I work for, we also use the Bamboo HRIS software program. Yeah, we use that a fair bit. Pretty well every day. So.
Yeah, that's what we use here. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, how confident are you using these programs?
All the Microsoft programs I'm pretty confident with. The Bamboo HRIS software program we've only had for the last probably 6 months, but I'm finding it, we're still doing learning on it, but I'm finding it very easy to use, easy to pick up, and it flows quite well also.
Yeah, it's a good program. We've had lots of good experience with it as well.
So you use that in your...
We do.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you also describe a time where you were part of a team that experienced conflict within that team?
Yes. So we were working in a team. We had 2 team members that part of our meetings and stuff just were on sort of different levels, I guess. Bit of a personality clash, more than anything. And it festered over a few weeks until it sort of hit a head and sort of came to a head. It wasn't good for the team. It was sort of bringing the team down. There was a bit of awkwardness and so on and so forth. So what we decided to do was a bit of a straight talk with them. So that sort of went okay, but got a little bit heated. So then we decided to take it to the next level, which was we had a meeting with each of them individually to find out what each individual's, not problems, but grievances were, I guess, and what they didn't like about the other person, what they were doing. So once we sort of heard both sides of the story, we then figured that would be the best option to bring them both in together, discuss it again, and work out ways to mitigate that. They're both great members of the team, so we didn't want to separate them or whatever. We just thought how we could work around it and work in with each other. So we came up with a few strategies that they both sort of picked. They both took on board each other's dislikes, I guess, or whatever. And so far, so good. It's going really well. Yeah.
Okay. Can you also describe a time where you reached your goal and how did you achieve it?
I recently had a goal to ensure that the company was in compliance with all employee laws and regulations that apply to the industry. The goal is to determine this and make the necessary changes to ensure the compliance within 6 weeks. So firstly, I gathered all the information and re-evaluated and updated our company's policies and procedures where required, such as the work health safety procedure needed further detail in regards to how to report an incident within the company. Within 6 weeks too, I held meetings with the team members to advise them of the updates and ask them to read through the documents and sign and date the form to confirm they've read and understood the policy or procedures. They were able to ask me questions if there was something they didn't understand, which we got through, which was fine. And I also set dates for the future to go through this process again to ensure continuous compliance with the company and everyone was still understanding what had to be done. By the end of the 6 weeks, all of the company's policies and procedures were up to date. All staff members were informed and aware, and plans were put in place for the future to keep up to date with the ongoing changes in the industry.
Beautiful. Can you also give us an example of where you had to use logic to solve a problem?
Yes. So in my current job, I was responsible for shortlisting applicants for a vacancy that had been advertised for the role of a personal assistant to the manager. We had multiple applications that we received. They were excellent and well experienced applicants. They all had multiple qualifications, experience in a similar role and met most of the criteria. However, I was only able to choose 5 candidates out of the 10 applications to come in for an interview, which was quite hard. I decided to go through the applications one more time. Pretty well just go through the whole process again. and checklist again, complete a checklist against the selection criteria. The applicants with the most ticks against the criteria were offered an interview. This allowed me to easily compare the applications to then decide who was going to go through the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And how did these interviews end up going?
Really well. We had another team member on the panel who interviewed them and chose a candidate, and she has been a real asset to the team. She's going really well. She's been for about 6 weeks now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah.
So how do you handle completing multiple tasks under pressure and deadlines?
This is something I'm faced with quite often in my current role. When this does occur, I figure out the best approach to complete these tasks by writing down the tasks that I need to complete and the due date. I can then rank them by priority, and if there are any, delegate any tasks to other individuals in my team who can assist me. This was the case recently when I was delegated the tasks of completing and running an induction program for new staff members. Advertise an upcoming position, shortlist applicants to be interviewed for a different role, and enter data into the HRIS system. And they had to be completed within the next 2 days, which is a pretty short time. I was able to identify the task of inducting the new team member to be the highest priority, and then listed the others in the rank of importance, and went from there pretty well. So I was able to delegate the task of entering data in the HRS system to a fellow team member and colleague. By the end of the second day, all these tasks were completed, and we met our time frame with the 2 days, which was great.
Yeah, sounds like you're very organised.
Try to be.
That's what we need. Okay, so why are you leaving your current role?
In my current role, I've been at Brody Gertz for about 2 years, and I do enjoy it. I enjoy the people that are there. I've sort of found that I know it's only a short sort of time, 2 years, but I've sort of found that I've grown and outgrown the company a little bit. They're just not as big maybe for me to continue my growth and experience and knowledge. And I just sort of found I was getting a little bit, I guess, stale in not learning new things. So I decided to come on, look for another company that's bigger that I can sort of move and grow myself and be a bit more motivated when I come to work and learn a bit more. That's what I'm all about. So,
yeah.
Yes.
So do you have any questions for me?
Yes. I was wondering how many members are part of this team.
Mm-hmm. So there are about 15 team members in the HR sector at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Do you have any other questions?
What would be the employment conditions? Like, what's the salary and hours working? What opportunities and stuff that come with the employment conditions?
Yeah. So the annual salary starts from $55,000 per year.
Yeah.
Which you'll be working a 38-hour week from Monday to Friday. This also includes one roster day off per month.
Yeah.
So our company also offers salary sacrifice arrangements, flexible leave, corporate health and wellbeing programs, and discounts to sports and gyms, which is very handy.
Is that like the fitness passport thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very similar.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
And we also have career and training development opportunities as well within the organisation.
Okay. Sounds great. That sounds really well. The fitness passport pulls me into something that I really shine to.
Interested in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that answer all of your questions?
Yeah, I think it does. I don't think I have any more questions at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Well then, we aim to make a decision by the end of the week. So if you were successful for this role, when would you be able to start?
I'd like to give my current employer 2 weeks minimum notice where I am. So I guess anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks, as long as I can give that notice, I'll be more than happy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Have a few days off there in between, maybe?
Yeah. It's more just to give my current employer time to sort of find someone else.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah, good. Okay, great. Well, I can see here on your resume you have listed 2 references.
Yeah.
Am I okay to give them a call, and are they aware that you have listed them down as references on your resume?
Yeah. So both of them actually at my current job, they're fine with. I've explained to them on the go. They're more than happy and want me to see further develop my career.
Yeah.
So I spoke to them this afternoon, and they're both aware. So they're more than happy for a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Excellent. Well, this concludes the interview. Again, thank you for coming in, and we appreciate your application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Thank you.